Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan today canceled a planned trip to the town where more than 200 schoolgirls were kidnapped by the terror group Boko Haram more than 1 month ago. Officials say the visit was called off amidst security concerns. NBC Chief Global Correspondent Bill Neely is live in Abuja, Nigeria. Thanks for joining me, Bill. So what are you hearing are the specific reasons for why the trip was called off? And there's already so much frustration with the government and their lack of response, their failure to respond immediately. I can only imagine that this has added to the frustration there.
Yes, and I'm afraid, Kristen, a lack of communication today as well. All they said at the very moment when he was due to be taking off for the village of Chibok was that the visit was cancelled due to security concerns, and that was that. No other information, and that has not gone down well here. The president coming in for great criticism on social media. And I have to say the handling of this whole issue was, well, not great right from the beginning. At the very least, unwise, and at the very worst, deeply wrong. First of all, he announced that he was going into this village on Friday morning, deep into Boko Haram territory, giving the Islamist militants plenty of time, really, to set up an ambush if they wanted to do so on his convoy or on his helicopter. And then he simply said, well, it's cancelled due to security concerns. That's not going down well with people in that area who for the last 2-3 years have lived with attacks, can't even stay in their villages, have to sleep in the bush at night. So they're not very impressed at President Jonathan's decision to go. And really, you know, he took 3 weeks to make any public comment about the abduction of the girls. Now, not only has he not decided not to go to the very village where it happened, he hasn't even set foot in the state of Borno, where this village is. So I think here was his chance to show a caring, compassionate side, to show that he felt the pain of the parents whose daughters are still missing. Instead, I'm afraid what's come across as the same indifference, almost callousness, that this president has displayed since the beginning of this tragedy.
That is stunning that he has not yet even visited Borno. We know that he is going to fly to Paris for a meeting with U.S. officials from Britain and France to discuss their coordinated efforts to fight Boko Haram. U.S. officials are saying that at this point they're not very impressed with the coordination. What do we anticipate will come out of this meeting, if anything? What concrete developments can come out of this meeting?
Well, the French President Hollande has called this meeting. It will be, as you say, attended by representatives of the US, the European Union, Nigeria and its neighbours. And it's designed to come up with an action plan to tackle Boko Haram and terrorism in general in West and Central Africa. What the French are hoping they can do is that the borders between many of these countries can be sealed off more effectively to prevent the terrorists bringing weapons and men through, and also that there would be intelligence sharing. So far, for example, there is absolutely no dialogue between Nigeria and Cameroon. That's according to one French diplomat quoted on Reuters today. So that would be the aim of this summit. But the nitty-gritty on the ground, Nigeria's army says it is searching for these girls, but yesterday it fired the head of the army in northern Nigeria for incompetence, and there is still absolutely no proof that this search is even going on, certainly not yielding results. So the Nigerian government and the Nigerian army coming in for really heavy criticism, both here and abroad.
Well, and to follow up on that point, Bill, U.S. officials expressed deep concern yesterday about the Nigerian government's capacity, saying that even with this international help, it doesn't appear as though they're being very effective. What are the major sticking points in terms of the Nigerian government working with the international help that's there? And is all of this just creating an atmosphere of the Nigerians being very skeptical about whether these girls are going to be able to be found?
Yes, that criticism from Washington by the Pentagon's top Africa official, Alice Friend, was front-page news here in Nigeria today. Remember, not only did she criticize the Army's 7th Division, that's the group that is leading the search for the girls, or supposed to be leading the search for the girls, but she actually said that Nigeria was proving to be an extremely difficult partner to deal with. Now, that again has not gone down well here. It splits up into two issues, if you like. There's the Nigerian army on the ground, and then there is the international cooperation. The US has dozens of people here now working on this, as well as manned and unmanned aircraft. The UK has special forces people here, as well as offering a reconnaissance plane, Canada, France, and so on. So there are dozens of officials from 6 foreign countries trying to work with the Nigerians, but for the off-the-record briefing that we are getting is that they are not getting the cooperation from the Nigerians that ideally they would like. So, yes, a lot of criticism of Nigeria from abroad.
All right, Bill Neely, thank you for your ongoing reporting of this incredibly tragic story. We appreciate it.